Hi, I'm Diane Dayton, backstage at Berks, 35th Annual Boscov Berks Jazz Fest in Reading, Pennsylvania. Catching up with PhD, saxophonist, Jazmin Ghent. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. So excited to be here at the festival. So fun. So just had a great time.
It is, and I've seen you here at other festivals, but I don't think we've ever really been able to catch up.
No.
So I'm so glad we could grab this time after this fabulous Women in Jazz show.
Oh, so much fun.
That Chris Big Dog Davis put together. Boy, he knows how to do it, doesn't he?
He does. He does. And I'm grateful to have insight into how he works in the studio as well. He produced my last CD. Yeah. And so he just magic is what I like to say.
Yeah, it is
magic.
Very much, yeah. So tell me how you started playing saxophone.
Oh, it's funny. So my name being Jazmin, my parents love jazz. They had hundreds of CDs, and they spelled my name with a Z in it. So they named me after jazz music. So I'd like to say I was destined to play jazz. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, that's right.
But just very grateful. I was always just surrounded hearing the saxophone before I held the saxophone. So by the time I got one, I was just trying to imitate all of these things I heard. So, it started very young.
Yeah, and it just grew.
Yes.
and to the point, too, that you are an educator now. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. I grew up in Huntsville, Alabama. And, you have a church on, every corner. You know how that is in the South. And so my mom is an educator. She's retired educator. She's momager as well. She's my manager. So watching her teach, teaching at summer camps when I was in like 5th grade, I was that banner that was drum major when I was in high school. I always have been in these music leadership positions, and teaching just really, there's so many similarities in performing and teaching.
Yeah.
So I just felt like that was also part of my destiny.
Yeah. Well, it definitely has come to fruition, right?
very, very grateful. That's the balance of my life.
Yeah. Well, your husband, how did you meet your husband?
Funny enough, I played at a jazz festival in Haiti. So it was called the Port-au-Prince Jazz Fest, put on by the U.S. Embassy.
Okay.
So put on by the government. I was there for 7 days. I did workshops and everything. So someone I went to church with growing up came out with a new CD. He shared it. My husband saw it.
Oh, wow.
And so he sent me a message, and he was like, hey, I see you've been to Haiti before, and and it came across as like a business inquiry. Needless to say, he says now that it was a festival of one is what he was inquiring about. So music was another thing that brought us together as well.
Well, and it brings people together. And well, this was a good thing that was brought together. You and I started to laugh a little bit before we started that you have a funny story about your husband, because we were talking about the fabulous peanut bar that people go to here and is a hub for jazz as well. So tell us this funny story.
Well, it being the peanut bar, and all of the, you have this strip of all these restaurants, and it's there. And I love how Berks Jazz Fest is like all over, Reading. I think it's a beautiful thing. So our first date, my husband is allergic to quite a few things, peanuts being one.
Okay.
And I was eating something, avocados is another thing he's allergic to, and he said, everything's going good. I'm like, I really like this guy. And he says, I think I'm having a reaction. I said, you're having a reaction? I just met you. Like, and apparently he was having an allergic reaction to what he tried some of the food I had, and, so thankfully, he's still, we've married almost 4 years now, so he made it. But it was interesting.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't an allergic reaction to you, right? It was just when...
Oh, good point.
Right.
Absolutely. Just the, peanuts and guacamole.
Peanuts and guacamole, okay?
Yes.
Stay away from all that, too.
Yes, I learned that night.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of your recordings. Tell me what you have out recently.
Oh, my goodness. So I released album number 5.
Wow.
So 2 were by Yush Groove. Album number 5 was Chris Big Dog Davis. Yes. So excited because we had much success with that. I had a number 1 with Upgrade. So I'm excited to come out with the 6th album, but also my 4th album won in 2019 NAACP Image Awards. So I'm grateful to have collaborated, played even Mesa. There's a song that we did together, Summertime. Music, like you said, is connection, also between artists too. So excited to work on number 6.
Yeah. So what can you tease us with for number 6? Is there anything you can tease us with?
One teaser is there's a song called Sweet and Low. And the tenor saxophone, the reason why I love it is it has this kind of depth and a low sound to it. And so you will hear that in the next single.
Oh, that sounds
Hopefully.
Okay. So, is there anything that you would like us to know about you that we might not know
Oh my
that you would
goodness.
like to share?
That's really tough.
Well, I think one of the other things I was talking to some of the people about, I mean, obviously you're teaching, you're also playing a lot, you're recording, but there's got to be a little bit of downtime. What do you do?
Oh my goodness.
I know sleep.
So sleep is very big. I love to explore. I think what I love about my life, and also, you know, my husband and I, just spontaneity where it's like, oh, this is a road, we've never been here before, let's try that. So we just took ski lessons recently. I love trying new things, so even new, you know, recipes. I'm like, hey, try this, see how this is. You know, I think life is about that.
Yes.
Making the unknown
Yeah.
and being uncomfortable with the unknown as well.
Yeah. I think we talked briefly about, you know, some of your background, and some of that is gospel too, isn't it?
Absolutely. I'm growing up playing in church, like I said, many churches in Alabama, and I didn't know what I was doing. And my mom said, "You're bringing your saxophone." I was very new to sax, and she said, "You're taking it to church," and I said no. And I didn't have a choice.
Right.
So the next Sunday I was there in church, and so I tried to play what the pianist was playing, and not always good, right? And I tried to play what the choir was playing and figure out the notes, but I think there's a beauty to that because it's experiential learning, as we like to say, in education, and I think that really grew my ear. And there's just a beauty to having an awareness of all the different instruments and things that are happening, and not always having that music right in front of you,
Right.
you know, so I'm grateful for that experience.
And I'm sure some of those things are the things that you bring now as you're a teacher, right?
Big time, big time. I love that you used the word connection because that's what I think is that tie between education, between performing, it's connecting with the audience, connecting with your students. You know, I hope that my music, when I write, it reflects me as an artist, but I hope it can connect to others and their lives. Or I have one song called Amends about forgiveness, making peace with the past.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel that all of us can relate to that. We've all had a moment where we're like, you know what, I need to let this go.
Yeah.
So connection.
Yeah, connection, and not to be that hard on each other and not to be that hard on ourselves either. Right?
Absolutely.
And if we approach the world with kindness and positive energy,
Oh my
maybe we
goodness.
can get ripple effect, right?
Everyone needs to hear that message. I love that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking time today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And if we want to find out more about you, where do we go?
So my website is jazmingentmusic.com, JazminGhent music.com.
And if we Google you, we can find you all over the place too, right?
Yes. I mean, just grateful to be able to travel and play. So I hope to see yourself and anyone else at an upcoming show.
Absolutely, and we'll check it out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.